Welcome to another video. This video is going to be explosive. Yeah, love it. We're talking about building explosive anabolic matrix cycles for explosive gains. And yes, it's a freebie, but it's something that's going to help everybody. And it's amazing. So, first of all, when we're looking at the anabolic matrix, there's a lot of things that people do wrong. It's because they really don't know. But I'm going to show you guys how to actually build one. Just going over a couple of things. Really simple, theoretically. So you could see how you could build your own cycle and benefit from it properly, having amazing results. Really easy and simple. First thing, you have to learn how to timestamp a anabolic matrix. That's something that you're going to learn when you learn every compound and you know exactly how the compound works, their half-life, how much it's in your system, when it's going to die out, the esters. There's like 27 esters when we're talking anabolics. So first off, myostatin inhibitors. Myostatin inhibitors is something incredible because it maximizes, duplicates your muscle mass. But you have to use it with something, right? You have to use it with the proper anabolic matrix. Everything has to be in place perfectly. The one I love to put is YK11 when we're talking myostatin inhibitors. Now, another thing, if you're advanced, insulin. Insulin is in that protocol type when we're talking about the matrix itself, where we have slim pills, metformin even, or cardarine. So these are some things that you might want to add to the cycle. And of course, human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is the growth factor pathway. There's a couple of levels in this growth factor pathway. And it's really important that you use one or the other. So we have a couple of them, a couple of peptides, but I'm going to mainly name the ones that people know so they don't get confused. Human growth hormone, MK677, that could completely replace human growth hormone, and it's actually better, manageable. You don't have to keep it refrigerated as long, and it works amazing. You can use it for a whole year, non-stop, and it actually elevates the IGF levels. Now, when we're talking about anabolics, I love to introduce a anabolic. If you're already cut and you're wanting to do a really pro cycle, this is how to do a freaking massive explosive gain cycle. D-ball. D-ball, if you use it on Monday at 30 milligrams only, just to jumpstart your cycle, you can keep doing this every Monday and it's going to enhance the potential of every other compound within your cycle. Now, anadrol. Anadrol is also under anabolics. And this one, I actually using it in the anabolic matrix where the sleep part of the anabolic matrix come into play. Because you need 7 to 8 hours of sleep, so you grow. So what I do, before sleep, I throw in a nap 50. Nap 50 is also recognized in the bodybuilding industry as anadrol. So anadrol, 50 milligrams. Before bed, when you're sleeping, you're growing. Now, as a base, we always recommend testosterone. What type of testosterone should you run in a prolonged cycle? Long esters and anthate. Testosterone and anthate, I like to call this the 666 protocol because it's 600 of everything weekly. It's simple, it's not too high, it will make you grow and maintain your muscle mass. So we would do Monday and Thursday, 300 and 300. So that's pretty simple. You always use testosterone as a base and an anabolic matrix. Let's continue. EQ. EQ, I like it. It's amazing to control estrogen, gyno, cortisol. It actually helps in every single way in your transformation, cutting or bulking. Cutting, you're using low dose. Bulking, you're using a higher dose. This time, I'm going to show you an example. EQ would be used Wednesdays and Fridays, 300 and 300 milligrams. Now, it also is in the anabolics category in the anabolic matrix. Masterone. Masterone is amazing, amazing, amazing if you can't find Primo. Primo is more like a SARM. To me, it's so low androgenic. I prefer Masterone, and Masterone is going to be used Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 200, 200, 200, 666 cycle. So this cycle is 600, 600, 600. And of course, if you want to just go ballistic and throw in something else, and you know you're going to lift heavy, Deca is going to make your strength powerful, prevent injuries, lubricate the joints, and for this reason, I do include it in the cycle, but at a low dose of 300 Tuesday and Thursdays. Now, why do I do it like this in this cycle? Testosterone could never in life, you could never in life, if you don't want side effects, run Deca the same amount as testosterone. You always have to actually use from 200 or 300 less of Deca for it to work properly with zero side effects and no limp dick, whatever Deca dick they call it. If you don't want that in your cycle, use less of Deca. So this is just in place to get you some strength, lubricate the joints, and keep you safe. Just in case we have to add TV 500 or BBC 157 if you have an injury. Now, LGD 4033 is something we got to take advantage of. It's a SARM, it's there, it's amazing. It's gonna boost your metabolism. It's gonna make you eat more. And the best thing of all, is gonna freaking create explosive gains. So this is something you want to add in this cycle. Keeping it low, because we already have some compounds that are gonna bring a little bit of water retention. Not too much because the doses are really low, especially we're using dianabol only one time in the week. So this time it's only 15 milligrams. That would be shooting it from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, that also is in the category of anabolics, even though it's a SARM. But let's talk about growth factors again, right? Growth factor pathways, there's like 7 or 8. IGF-LR3. IGF-LR3 is a compound, it's a peptide, it's something beautiful. If you want to introduce your body into new gains, permanent gains, like I did, this is something you must run. How long? 4 weeks to 5 weeks. When you finish that one, you could continue this same cycle that I'm telling you guys, and you would actually switch it out, taking away completely IGF, LR3, introducing PEG, MGF, and this is going to change your freaking bodybuilding career for life because it's just permanent gains, massive gains. You already have every single pathway in there. It's gonna be explosive. It's gonna be like something you've never tried in your life, and it's amazing. Now, what do we have to look in the anabolic matrix? We're missing some pathways. Blood flow. Blood flow is so important. But blood flow, we need something for our workouts, pre-workouts. Viagra, Cialis, but in this case, I recommend Viagra, low dose, 50 milligrams. Before your workout, boom, you have all the veins, you look amazing, the pump is there. This cycle is explosive, it's crazy, it's nuclear. So if you're doing it this way, be prepared for freaking explosive gains. Keep that in mind. Now, something else that you also want to check. When you do your blood work, check your thyroids. Check your thyroids. You don't necessarily need to take T3 or T4, but in my case, my thyroid, I have to take it, and I use 100 micrograms of Synthroid. Synthroid is an actual steroid. It is prescribed. It's beautiful to have it because you will stay lean and shredded in your bulking cycle and have your beautiful abs. It's really important that you keep that in mind. This is also in the blood flow pathway. And of course, multivitamins. You have to have a stack of vitamins available for you, mainly zinc, vitamin D3, It's beautiful. It's right there in your blood flow. It enhances the potential of everything, especially that D3 is a natural cooling steroid that comes from the sun, and it's right there. It's a vitamin, but it's a steroid really. So include it in your cycle, take advantage. You're using already compounds and you're anabolic, you're superhuman, so why not, right? D3 is freaking beautiful because it enhances the potential of every single compound, and it bonds to the 9th and 11th atom of all the anabolics, and it makes them enhanced. And this is why you guys are enhanced athletes. Now, another thing, you have to consider the inflammation pathway. For this, I adore arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid is freaking the bomb right here. It is amazing. If you include it to this cycle, your gains are going to be explosive. You're going to look amazing like you've never ever seen before. So this is a cycle that is perfect. Simple, easy to understand, and you are going to do some increased transformation. Like no one's going to recognize you. No one. If you want to even enhance this cycle, I recommend PT 141 if you want to change your physique completely and see this grainy, shredded look. And also, it's in the blood flow pathway. Why? Because PT 141 has a couple beautiful things in it. First, it helps with libido. Massive pumps. Your tan changes completely. It makes you like so tan, way more than melatonin 2, even though it came from melatonin 2, that you're gonna be in shock with the results. No one's gonna recognize you. So if you want this and you want the bodybuilding tan, the look of a bodybuilder shredded to the bone, explosive gains, that's the last compound I'm adding to this cycle. I hope you guys love this. This is how you build a explosive cycle for explosive gains. You guys know that I'm out. This is Coach Elias from Enhanced Athletes.